G'day, Finru here. How you doing? We're only a few days away from Christmas, and I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to everyone that's supported my channel and everyone that I've been in contact with. Different the homebrew communities are absolutely outstanding. I just love it, and so I'm sitting here having my Hefeweizen. Very, very nice. Cheers. I thought it had an off flavour a week ago, but it's dissipated now and it's fine. So I don't know what that was about. Honestly, I don't. So aging is quite a good, it's quite a important thing, I think, in beer. A lot of people say that drinking your ale fresh is the key, but you know, I have had better results from having a couple of weeks in the kegs if I can do it. So I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope that those people that are, all of you that are really into brewing, just really go hard out and try and learn about all the different aspects about brewing. It takes a long time, and it's all about trial and error. I've got a few people that I like to thank. Gas Slug for one. The Homebrew Network has been outstanding, and just giving away secrets and brewing information. He always comes forward and he's happy to share. That's fantastic. Cheers, Gash. And a lot of people, some of the smaller, Dino, for example, up in the North Island here of New Zealand, he's a top man. Cheers, Dino. Perry and over in Australia there, he's got a great channel, and I love him. He's a natural comedian, the fella, and I always look forward to hearing what he's got to say, because he's absolutely outstanding. Bumpy Road, of course, and he's been a mate for quite a long time now, so I appreciate everything that you're doing there, Bumpy. I enjoy your beer reviews. Just doing these off the top of my head. Brandon and Trish, always good. Always doing some good stuff on the net for brewing and tasting beers, and just basically having a great brewing community. It's fantastic, and Bumpy and all those guys are really into that, so that's fantastic. Sass Brewing, top musician, top brewer. I always enjoy listening to what he's got to say. He's a top man. If you ever get a chance to listen to some of his music, his keyboard playing, he's got some videos out on his channel somewhere where he's playing live. He's always got an awesome keyboard here, the big Hammond B3 thing going on. And I love that. So top man. And there's a lot of other people that that just come to my channel and say g'day, and I'm just doing this off the top, man, and I'm sorry, I apologise for missing people out, but that's the way it goes. I'm really sorry. I like to mention everyone, but brewing here in Christchurch is New Zealand home brewing is really going ahead in leaps and bounds. It just doesn't stop. And I'm sure it's the same around the world. We just love to brew beer. And I actually will have to put a bet that a lot of the home brewers' beers in competitions are doing a lot better than the commercial craft beer companies. It's just an estimate. I've tasted some people that they're a homebrew beer, and I tell you what, with the grandfather and all that sort of thing, and they know nothing about brewing beer. I tell you what, they can really brew beer. The equipment on Gas Slug's channel, the Homebrew Network, for example, the sky is the limit. I said that on a thing. It's the sky is the limit. You've got these kegerators with 4 taps, and you've got these grandfathers. Everything's all in one, and you've got all these pumps and the temperature controllers, Wi-Fi temperature controllers. Settle. And the sky's the limit. All the equipment's out there. Me myself personally, for those that don't know me, I have a mash tun that I made from a just what we call in New Zealand a chili bin. overseas they call it a cooler, because it keeps things cool. And of course in Australia they call it an esky. I don't know why they call it an esky. But they do. So that's what we love about them. Funny name for everything. My old Aussie mates. Yeah. So no. So yeah, I've just got what I call a chili bin, and with an old tap here, I've got a just some piping system inside, very simple, and it goes through here and into this boil pot here. You can see it over here. Yep, this is the boil pot there. It's got a 3 kilowatt element in there. It's a monster, and it just brings everything to the boil really well. It's starting to corrode a little bit, so I need to look at replacing that, but with something a bit better. And I've just got just a little gas burner at the back for doing my HTL, and I just boil it up or bring it to the temperature I want and just dump it in. I've got a fridge there that I can control my fermentation. None of my gear is flash, and it's all been very much DIY. So if those guys that you guys out there that want to get into home brewing, and you don't really want to fork out, like, you know, a couple of grand all up for the whole thing, just have a look around. You know, get yourself an old chili bin or a esky or a cooler, and get some old pipe from a you know, from a wrecker's yard, or a, you know, and just pay bugger all for it, and just put it together, and get on the net and have a look, and just get your hacksaw out and just put it together, and just really, you know, get yourself a big boil pot. I know they can be expensive, but get yourself a boil pot, and then look around for parts and elements, and just get it put together. And if you're not a sparky, then, you know, take it to a sparky. Say to them, this is what I want to do. You know, I need to, and they'll say, oh yes, this is what you need. And it's great fun. You get to meet more people, and just have a conversation about what's happening. Fermentation fridge. You know, people say, oh, I can't afford another fridge, but you know, people are always upgrading all the time. And what are they going to do with their old fridge? They don't know what to do with it. Say, look, does anyone know where an old fridge is? I need an old fridge. Get yourself an STC 1000 and just plug it in. Get a sparky to come in and wire it up for you. No worries. And tell you what, it improves the quality of your beer. Just the whole thing. And I'll be talking about this next year. So thank you so much for following my channel. Those people that do, I've really enjoyed it. I just love doing it, and I love talking to other people in the brewing community. So cheers, take care. This is my Hefeweizen. I'm just brewing this at the moment because it's a lovely summer sipper, and I've said before, it's a new beer for me. I didn't think that wheat beer would be my thing, but I tell you what, bananas and clove, refreshing, spritzy, and that funny flavour that I had last week is gone. Thank God for that. Yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas to everyone around the world with the brew tubing community. I love to see your videos when they come in. So thank you so much. Have a Merry Christmas and take care. Cheers.